What is going on, everybody? Tech Enthusiast here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to compile and play Super Mario 64 X co-op on the Steam Deck. So this is a native port for the Steam Deck. It's not built on PC and then played using Proton. This has many features including 60 FPS, widescreen, HD textures, mods, and obviously online co-op play. Now with that being said, let's go. Go to the desktop mode on the Steam Deck and then transfer your game over to the Steam Deck. I've got it on the desktop folder, and make sure it is renamed as like this, baserom.us.z64, and it needs to be in Z64 format, and I believe it needs to be the US version of the game. Now to make sure you have the correct version of the game, you can compare the checksum with mine. So I've got an app called GTK hash, which I've downloaded from the Discovery store. So locate the game. So like I said, I've got it on the desktop. Select it and then click on open and then click on hash. Now as long as the MD5 or the SHA-1 matches mine, then you're good to go. This is the correct version of the game. So we're going to close that and then open Dolphin file browser, and we need to go to the home folder. So make note, this is the home folder on the very top of the browser. So we're going to copy or move the base ROM to this folder, as this is where the compiler is going to look for the game. Once that is done, we can close the browser. Now I'm going to open this text document which has the command lines to compile the game. Now a disclaimer: to compile the game on the Steam Deck, you need to enable sudo, which gives you the same power as a root user, basically having admin rights. If you're not comfortable with this, then stop here. I can't be held responsible if you do anything wrong. Next, we need to open a terminal app. So from the application list, go down to and open console. I'm using a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. Now, assuming you don't have sudo, then type passwd and enter. It will ask for a new password. Make sure you make a note of it, as if you forget, it can be tricky to reset it. Now as you type, you won't see any text. Just press enter and then confirm the password again. And as I mentioned earlier, make sure you make a note of the password. And that's it. You now have sudo rights on the Steam Deck, and with this you can install other powerful tools such as Decky Loader as well as power tools. Anyway, we're going to go to the text document and copy 8 lines. So from the very top, from line 1, we're going to copy all the way to line 8. Make sure you have everything selected as I have here. Right click, copy, then go back to console, then right click and paste, then tap enter. And it's going to ask you for the sudo password. Type your password, and like before, you're not going to see any text, and then it's going to start downloading some dependencies. This can take several minutes, so I'm just going to speed up the video to the next relevant part. So after a few minutes, it's going to ask you if you want to proceed. Press Y and enter, and it's going to continue obviously. And I'll speed up the video here as it does take a good few minutes. And then it's going to ask for the sudo password, so type that in and press enter, and then press Y and enter. Once again, I'll speed up the video a little here as well. So once you see the blue text, that means we're going to move back to the text document and copy over the next line. So this is going to be just line 9 only, the git clone line. So we're going to copy that, paste, and then enter. This will take a few minutes. And again, we got the blue text. We're going to go back to the text document and then copy the final 5 lines. So we're going to paste that. And you're going to see a bunch of text. And you'll also see colorful text. Now, those of you who are familiar with the Android process, it was pretty similar in terms of the color text that we get here. But anyway, this part is probably the longest bit, so I'll just cut to the end. If you have done everything correctly, then the game should auto launch like so. So there you have it. It was pretty straightforward. Anyway, for me, I found that the Steam Deck controls didn't work right here in desktop mode, but you can get some controls working with the Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. But not to worry, we're going to configure everything in the gaming mode. So we're just going to go ahead and close this app. So click on close window, and then we can close the text document as well. Next, we're going to open the Dolphin file browser, and there is a new folder called SM64. We're going to go into that, and then the build folder, and then the US_PC folder, and scroll right to the bottom, and there's the SM64 file here. Right click on that, and then add to Steam. So just wait for a few seconds for it to finish. And once that is done, we can close the file browser and then go to gaming mode. So now we need to find the game. So we're going to go to our library and then scroll to non-Steam. So here you can see that file name that we saw on the desktop mode. So we're going to tap on A, then A to launch. Now as the game launches, it's going to ask you to select a language, and there are several languages here. As you saw on the English by default, I'm just going to go back. So here we have a few options. So the first one is host. So here basically you can host a online game. Now if you want to do that, you're going to go all the way to the top to network system, and then change that to co-op net, and then set a password. And once you share that password, you can host an online game. So I'm just going to go back and then go to join. So the first option is public lobbies. So basically here you can find random people that are playing this game online, and here you can see the version of the game, the mods, etc. that they're on. So you basically select it and then join the game. So I'm just going to back out of there again and go to private lobbies. Now if someone gives you a password, you basically type it in here, then search, and then join the game. Now let's go back to the host again. Now if you want to play single player, you need to go up to network system and change that to direct connection. As for save files, as there's no title screen, it is here. So here you will select your save files. So I'm just going to go back again. Now before I start the game, I'm going to go to settings and check skip intro cutscene. Then I'm going to go host and then host again. And that's it, we're in the single player mode, and the controls work straight away. The analog, the buttons, everything. Okay, so what you want to do is press start and then the R button, which will bring you to this page here. Then go to options. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to controls, N64 binds. I want to change the B button to X, so it's above the A button and is similar to the N64 button layout. Then go back again and then go to display. So I want to enable full screen, and there are a few other options like show FPS, VSync, uncapped frame rate, but I'm just going to leave it as 60 FPS. So we're going to go back, and yeah, let's just have a quick play around. So resume. Alright, now in terms of the camera, you can see this is the default camera. You just rotate it and it just snaps into place. But if you want to change that to free camera, we're going to go to the camera settings and enable free camera. And now it's just smooth, as you can see here. Basically you can get a lot of different views. This might be something you like, so that option is there. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you is how to enable the HD texture packs, and they will come under DynOS or Dynos, whatever you want to call it. And if you want to do that, carry on watching the video. So back in desktop mode, we need to visit two GitHub pages, and I will leave links in the description. So the first one is the Render 96 HD texture pack, the main texture for the game. So we're going to click on the green code button and then download zip. The file size is just over 550 megabytes, so it shouldn't take too long to download. Once that has finished, we're going to go to the second GitHub page, and this is the Render 96 model pack. There are other model packs out there, but I'm going to be using this one. The file size is a lot smaller than the texture pack. Once that has finished, we're going to close the web browser and then open Dolphin file browser. And then I'm going to right click on downloads and select open in new tab. Then I'm going to go to the downloads tab, and the first thing I'm going to do is extract the model pack. So we're going to right click and scroll down to extract, then extract archive here. Once that has finished, we're going to open the texture pack. So we just need the GFX folder from here. So I'm going to go to our main working folder. So remember, this is the folder that contains the SM64 file, which is the game we added to Steam. Now open DinoOS folder, then go to the packs folder. Now go to the zip file and drag the GFX folder here, and then close the zip file. Then go back to the downloads folder, and then I'm going to right click and cut the models folder and then paste it in the packs folder. Now a note, this is exactly how the name is going to show in the game under DinoOS. So if you want, you can rename it to say HD textures and the other one as models. Once you have done that, we can close Dolphin browser and then go back to gaming mode. So we're going to launch the game, and we will see a message here. Basically it's generating or extracting some of the texture pack files. So this does take a good few seconds, but it's not going to be like this when we run it again. So just be a bit patient here. So once the game runs, most likely the model pack is going to be enabled, and as you can see, it just looks so good. Basically the team tried to make it as the official artwork from 1996. And I think the GFX pack hasn't been enabled. So if I go to DinoOS, look at the castle, and if I enable that, you can see the texture change there as well. And you can obviously toggle individually or enable disable altogether. And lastly, if we go to player, we can actually change the model here. So we've got Luigi, Toad, Waluigi, both of who are not textured. However, Wario is. And not only that, he's also got his own custom sounds, as you can hear. So that does it for the textures, and you can just play away. So here is the first level, and let's be honest, those of us who played it back in the days, I think this is how we remember the game. Anyway, so now we got widescreen, free camera, HD textures, a lot of other options, and it makes the game just so much better. Now before I wrap up, I'm just going to show you one optional thing, and that's how to add custom artwork for this game, or any game really. And that's made possible because we have Pseudo enabled on the Steam Deck, and I've installed Decky Loader with Steam Grid plugin, and you can find tutorials for that online. So in gaming mode, we're going to right click on the game and then go to properties, and then we're going to rename the game. So the name we give it here, this is what Steam Grid plugin is going to look for. So I'm going to name it to Super Mario 64X Co-op. So if I'm being specific, I'll get specific artwork. So we're going to back out, and then we can right click again or press the menu 3-line button and then scroll down to change artwork. This will only be there if you have Decky Loader and the Steam Grid plugin. And now it's going to scrape some of the artwork that it's found, and it's just your personal preference on which one you prefer. So you have the box art, recently played artwork, the banner artwork, small icon, as well as the logo in-game as well. So that's it. This is how you play Super Mario 64X Co-op on the Steam Deck natively. And a huge thanks to those who made it possible, those who decompiled the game, the Render 96 team, Owokitty, and anyone else who was involved in this project. Now if you have found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new here as I have more videos coming up. Thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you in the next video.